So Betsy DeVos was brought into the school, the appropriations committee to justify, apparently, some of their expenditures, including the White House's School Safety Commission. Now, maybe this is a cost-cutting effort, but you're not going to believe what they're not going to discuss.
Let me ask you, go into another area.
Pause it for 1 second. I should tell you this is Patrick Leahy talking with Betsy DeVos.
Let me ask you, go into another area. You are the chair of the President's School Safety Commission. That was formed after the school shooting in Florida left 17 students and educators dead. Our country is now averaging a school shooting each week. In fact, one day after the commission met last month, another 10 students and teachers were killed in Santa Fe, Texas. I understand your commission intends to release its recommendations by the end of the year. Will your commission look at the role of firearms as it relates to gun violence in our schools?
Pause it. This seems like one of those sort of setup questions, right? Like, it's so remedial. When you talk
like
about
the sound of that.
When you talk about school safety, what are the things that are threatening schools? Is it mudslides, earthquakes,
Dodgeball, video
Facebook.
games,
video games, the rampant use of phones,
electronic cigarettes?
So many doors.
But I mean, in all honesty, like comets falling from the sky, the things that threaten the safety of school, what could they be? And Leahy asks, are you going to be studying firearms? I mean, what a ridiculous question.
Thanks, Senator, for that question. And it is an honor to serve and to lead this commission. We are focused on the 20-some different provisions.
Will you be looking? I know, I understand there's a lot, but I'm also thinking the chairman has difficulties. So I try to give you a question that could be answered yes or no. Will your commission look at the role of firearms as it relates to gun violence in our schools?
That is not part of the commission's charge per se.
I see. So you, so you're studying gun violence, but not considering the role of guns.
We're actually studying school safety and how we can ensure our students are safe at school.
You're studying things like how much time they spend on video games and all that, but you can go to a lot of other countries where they spend just as much time, but have only a tiny fraction of the shootings that we do.
Pause it. Well, how does being on video games threaten the safety of school?
That's why they're doing the report.
That we don't know yet.
Honestly. Like, are they afraid that these devices are going to blow up at school? That if they're used at school, like the batteries are going to catch on fire?
These are all credible hypotheses, but you won't know until you study it. It's called science.
Is there more? Let's hear more about this. Is there more?
Gun of choice for mass shooters is an AR-15. Do you believe an 18-year-old high school student should be able to walk into a store, minutes later come out with an AR-15 style gun and hundreds of rounds of ammunition?
Well, sir, I know that this body and your counterparts on the other side of the Capitol have addressed a number of these issues, and I know that you're going to continue to debate them and discuss them.
I try to give you questions that could be answered yes or no. Let me repeat it in case I wasn't clear.
Thank you.
Do you believe an 18-year-old high school student should be able to walk into a store and minutes later come out with an AR-15 style assault weapon and hundreds of rounds of ammunition?
I believe that's very much a matter for debate, and I know that's been debated within this body and will continue to be. Our focus is on raising up successful, proven techniques and approaches to ensuring schools are safe for students to attend.
Are you looking at those?
I mean, what is it that they think is going to attack these schools?
I actually, maybe I'm stretching, but this is much more creepy. I mean, she's also been talking about, schools sharing information with ICE. Is that what they're talking about?
You gotta keep.
I mean, that's a security concern,
There
right?
you go.
There's undocumented
Oh yeah,
people.
that would not
I
surprise
think
me
she
at
could
all.
sync it up, those two things.
She
So not just the video game nonsense. There could be something really, really evil that comes out of it.
Well, that was also posed by Chris Murphy in the hearing, and he, after like 5 minutes, eventually got her to say that schools are not a place where educators should be able to report children to ICE.
He got her to say that.
Basically, yeah,
basically.
as close as you can get Betsy DeVos to
I
say
just
something
want to
like that.
also just say I've got my fingers crossed.
That is, she does have a great, like, when she just looks, she's just like, you and I both know that I'm not going to answer this question, Senator. You know that this
I have
whole
so
thing is a
much money.
charade.
I have so
Or
much
charade,
money. Like it really, I can't be touched.
My family has literally
honestly,
billions from Tupperware schemes
I'm
and my
so
brother
rich,
killing
I
people in the
just-
Middle East. It's
just
not
want to
gonna
make sure that
happen.
we're able to drain the public coffers for parochial schools. So